Yeah, so my name is Matthew Driscol. I'm currently an outdoor recreation planner with the Bureau of Land Management's Kingman field office in Kingman, Arizona. I started with the agency about 10 years ago as a park ranger and then moved into the current position as an outdoor recreation planner. The whole area that the BLM Kingman field office manages in northwestern Arizona is unique in that you can go from one topography to another within a matter of a couple hours. You can be down in a Sonoran desert south of Kingman, Arizona, all the way into Mojave Desert north of Kingman, Arizona. So in the same day, you could see saguaros mixed with a variety of different juniper species, and then go and see Joshua trees as well. Even going up into the Wallapai Mountains, you could see ponderosa pine and fir species. So really a broad area in terms of the vegetation that we manage, as well as the topography, and a uniqueness to the geology that we manage as well. Right now, we're within the Surbat Foothills Recreation Area, so that's managed as a non-motorized trail system. So hiking, mountain biking, equestrian use, predominant activities in this area. Outside of this area, the BLM Kingman field office, we manage a lot of off-highway vehicle opportunities. We manage technical vehicle sites for technical four-wheel drive vehicles, rock crawling, those sorts of things, as well as dispersed activities. Hunting is big in this area for desert bighorn sheep, mule deer, elk. We manage all sorts of activities for dispersed camping and opportunities for that. We manage some developed campgrounds as well. So really it lends itself to a multitude of different things that you may want to pursue while you're recreating on public lands. I would definitely recommend between October and April yearly. That's when the temperatures are the best. October through December is a really good time. You can hit a point where it's not getting too warm still, and it's still not too cold. And also into the springtime, we get a lot of visitors in March and April. And to a certain extent, you can recreate in the higher elevations, such as the Wallapai Mountains, between May and September. Due to the elevations, it stays a lot cooler, usually about 15 degrees cooler than the desert floor below. But we see most of our use between October and April annually. So there's a wide variety of camping opportunities, ranging from dispersed camping to developed camping locations. A dispersed camping spot's going to be a spot that's previously disturbed, off an existing road or trail where people have camped in the past. There may be a fire ring set up there. There may be some other minor disturbances within the vegetation where people have set up their tents or parked their RVs or that sort of thing. On public land, you can camp in any of those locations for up to 14 days. Then you need to move 25 miles and you can camp there again. In terms of our developed sites within the Kingman field office, we manage four. We manage the Borough Creek Campground, which is about an hour south of Kingman, Arizona. It's managed primarily for large RVs. It's right off of US Highway 93, so the access is good, making it sedan friendly, family friendly. There again, you can stay for up to 14 days at any of our developed sites. A developed campground in the BLM's Kingman field office has restrooms typically, trash disposal, and some have water. The Borough Creek Campground is one that does have water, while the other three of our sites are dry camping only. The other site that we manage is about 45 minutes south of Kingman in the Wallapai Mountains, called the Wild Cow Springs Campground. Dry camping, but you do have trash collection and a restroom there as well, and individual campsites. That site is best for high clearance four-wheel drive vehicles to access, and also tent camping. We typically don't recommend RVs at the Wild Cow Springs Campground. Moving north of Kingman, Arizona to the Surbat Mountains, about an hour north of town, we manage the Windy Point and Pack Saddle Campground. There again, similar to Wild Cow or dry camping, trash collection and toilets are provided, but we don't recommend sedans or passenger vehicles to access those as well. High clearance four-wheel drive vehicles and typically tent camping. We don't typically charge fees for day use areas. So to go hike in a developed hiking area or to go disperse camp, you're not going to be charged a fee just to be using your public lands. Typically what we see is we charge fees on expanded amenity sites such as campgrounds where we have developments that we're trying to manage and maintain. And the cool things about the fees that we do charge, they go back into maintaining those sites and enhancing those sites for visitors. So a lot of activities that you can do without having to pay a fee and do at your leisure. For hunting on public land, you just need a valid game tag to hunt. So some are over the counter. For instance, when quail season opens up, we get a lot of visitors onto public land to hunt quail. But others are ones that you need to put in for. It's a lottery system. And I would suggest, talking with your local Arizona Game and Fish region for how to put in for some of those hunts and to draw tags for some of those animals. And then obviously, if you are hunting on public land, always try to observe the rights of private property owners and know where you are. But we don't require a permit to hunt on public lands other than what Game and Fish requires. Personally, for me, if you're visiting the Kingman field office, Borough Creek, it's about a 42-mile creek right in the middle of central Arizona that we manage, and a really special place. It has water in it year-round, a great diversity of wildlife surround the creek that they sustain themselves on the vegetation and the water that the creek provides, and just a really unique area in Arizona that we're able to manage, and that I've had the pleasure of being able to hike multiple times for different inventories and things like that. And I really recommend people checking out the Borough Creek area if they have time and they're traveling up from Phoenix and heading to Vegas. Stop and at least take a look at the campground and walk down to the creek and take a minute just to take it in and enjoy your public lands.